Alright guys, aka the Liberty Guy. I'm over here at the bottom peak of Manhattan, touching Brooklyn. Nice scenery, nice area. It's beautiful weather out today. Really beautiful. Check this out, really nice. And I'm over here looking at a public library. It is the Seward Park Branch Library, and I'm looking to see if they respect our First Amendment right to record, to go inside and to sanction, and we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna go in. It's a beautiful building, beautiful area, nice park, pretty good area, not a bad area at all. So let's see what happens here. Let's see.
I will definitely have him talk to you, and then
You're very welcome. Oh, you can go first if you want.
Alright, so
Yeah, sure.
you need to stay for a minute. Is that what's up?
Oh, you're talking to me?
No, I'm talking to him.
Oh, talking to him. Okay. I was confused if he was talking to you or me.
Yeah, I was, if you don't mind me asking, this is, none of my business, but, it looks like you're recording. And,
Okay. What?
do you work for the library?
No, I was just on my phone.
Oh, I'm with the press, sir. I'm actually with the press. I'm independent.
You work for what?
I'm with the press. I'm independent, and I also vlog.
I understand that, but
Mhm.
you could return inside a big blue bin.
I'm just gonna scan to see, make sure.
Okay, but to be honest with you, sir, I don't know if they want anybody blogging or recording it for the library.
You said blocking or
Oh, recording, because that's
Okay.
not allowed in the library rules, okay, sir?
lobbying rules? Okay, this is a public library, right? Is this a private library? Or?
Right, I understand that, but the rules is
Okay.
that they don't want nobody, especially right now. I don't feel comfortable you recording.
Okay, well, you are a public official, right? So you work for the
I
public.
understand that, but you
So
have
you're
to
supposed to
understand that.
identify yourself if someone,
I understand, but you have to
Right.
understand this though. For the rules of the library, they don't want nobody recording. And
Okay.
Right now,
Okay.
to my understanding.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be here to cause problems, but is there somebody that's a supervisor that?
I'm not saying
Okay.
that you're causing problems, right? That's not the issue. The issue
Okay.
is that you're invading people's privacy,
Hmm.
and they don't want that.
Okay. Is there somebody that's a
Do you
supervisor
want
that
to speak to a supervisor?
or somebody that?
Or manager?
I mean, I don't really have to, but the reason why I'm mentioning that is because I'm actually participating in a constitutionally protected activity.
I understand.
So I know
Right now,
that when
I
it
don't
comes
feel
to
comfortable- I don't feel comfortable you recording.
okay.
And recording as in for the library, because to my understanding, they don't want people recording for the library.
Okay.
Unless it's part of a program or
Yeah.
the schedule to do that.
I understand, bro. Just out of respect, though, I'm not saying this to demean you or anything like that. I just speak factual information.
I understand.
And if you don't like being in public, there's cameras everywhere in here. I mean, you could see a
I
camera
understand that,
right
but-
up there too. And this is just to let you know.
If you don't mind me asking, what is the cause of this? And to be honest with you, like I said, from your further, so I don't know what is this cause for you recording just in general.
Yeah, well, usually I'm a vlogger, so I just vlog.
I understand you're a
I mean, I don't
vlogger,
have to
but-
answer that, but I vlog.
I
I'm looking
understand, but
around,
you're not-
the books, the
You're not
areas.
scheduled to record.
And usually I put the scenery, but I don't put anybody's faces or anything. I mean, I don't do
understand
that.
but
So.
Right now, you saying that?
Plus, you
now-
got a mask too, so that's good.
Of course, this is my job. You have to wear a mask inside the building.
Right.
But what I'm trying to tell you is just that, for the library purposes, they don't want nobody recording other people.
Okay.
'Cause like
Well,
I
I'm
said
willing to work
before-
with you guys. Is there
You want
somebody?
to speak to the supervisor?
Yeah, that's all I want to do.
Hold on, one
Just to see, just to talk.
Sorry, somebody is there. You can talk right now. I think this is the office. This today is?
Yeah.
This today is. All right. Andrew. Please follow the telephone, please.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna be waiting on a supervisor or somebody that can talk to me here. Maybe he'll be reasonable and maybe we could go that route and record, or I might have to put in some tension here to give everybody an education about our rights and the amendment, you know, and see what we can do from there. Hopefully everything will be panned out and everything will be okay. If not, I'll explain something here and there, so. Okay, it looks like maybe we've come to reasonable terms here. Services. Yeah, keep yourself healthy.
You have to get permission from our higher ups.
Oh, I just spoke with the guy of the front. I'm actually with the press. I'm a vlogger, so but just to explain something, ma'am, yeah, I'm waiting on somebody to. I'm sorry, it's hard to hear you.
Yeah, I know. Could you pause until he comes down to talk to you?
Well, respectfully, I'm gonna decline to pause it. It's because I am I'm a libertarian. A libertarian. So I'm a constitutional activist, and I also vlog with what I do. So I don't like put any like pictures or anything, but I record like the areas, like the design. So yeah, no problem. That's kind of funny. You know what? I think I'd like to take one of these into my house right here for messy people that come into my house. Oh, that's funny.
Hey, how you doing?
How's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
How are you doing?
So we don't actually allow filming in the building.
Okay.
You know, people are very, concerned about their privacy in the library. When people return books, we don't even get a record of what they've returned. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
yeah, if you could cease filming, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I can understand that, but I'm going to respectfully decline, and I'll just explain why. I am a independent blogger. I'm with the press. Usually, what I do is I just record the environment, and the reason why I'm participating in this is because I'm participating in a constitutionally protected activity where we have the right in public venues, whether it be public libraries, not necessarily, I don't know about private libraries, but I know for public libraries and public facilities like security offices, government offices, we have that legalization to record.
Okay.
And that's why I'm participating in it. And it's not to, impede in anybody's service or anything like that. It's just something I know that I have the right to do as a libertarian.
Yeah, the thing is,
And
we're all about consent here, and if no one's
Okay.
consented to be filmed, that's
Okay.
a bit of a problem for us.
Okay,
Yeah?
and I understand where you're coming from. Just to let you know, there are some constitutes that do still stand with New York State, where people don't have the expectation of privacy, whether it would be in a public library, public health center. If they want privacy, it's really their responsibility
Yeah,
personally
I hear
to,
you, but there's rules of this-
exercise.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There's rules of the state, and then there's institutional rules.
Mm-hmm.
And respect to privacy is actually one of those institutional rules at the New York Public Library.
Right.
It's why when
But what I
people-
was explaining was that people have the responsibility to exercise that privacy.
No, I hear you,
in a
but
building like this.
again, people use our computers. We don't record where they've gone or anything like that. People return their books. We don't record what they've borrowed, all that stuff. So privacy is a institutional cornerstone of the New York Public Library. I understand what you're going on about it with the state, right? But the institution of the New York Public Library, we put a premium on people's privacy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, I hear you.
So that's why I'm asking you to stop recording.
Okay. Well, I can understand that as well, because a lot of people really don't know about these things, And especially when I came into a library, I learned that institutional regulations, procedures, policies, they don't override the constitutes of rights and that we have here, not only in New York State, but in America as a whole. And all I'm doing, to be honest with you, is not only educating people on these factual guidelines and what really is happening, but a lot of times if we let these things slide, America or the government that's in power can violate those rights and take those rights away. So the thing that I usually do, again, especially if I'm going outside and, there's a public park, if someone doesn't want me to look at their personal information, it's really their job to protect that information.
And how would they do that?
Well, usually there's a lot of ways to do that. You could get a tinted screen, a screen protector for your actual iPad if you're doing, social security information.
Is that a
doing
world
thing-
you want to live in?
Well, no, I mean,
kinda
I'd rather
paranoid,
live in a.
dude.
I'd rather. I hear what you're saying.
I mean,
That's
you
funny.
get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Do I want to live in a world where I have to go on about my day worrying whether people are looking into my stuff? You know what I mean?
Right.
At a certain point,
But it's my point is that it usually there's not a lot of extremes like that, but people are responsible
I totally
to exercise
get
that privacy.
No.
But
I
because this is a
totally get
public
that. But
library,
but it seems
yeah,
like,
right.
not to get into philosophical debate, because really my job here is to just enforce the institution's rules, right? And the institution's rules say there's no filming, right? So I don't mean to get into a philosophical debate. However, we do not exist in a frictionless world of ideas, right? We live in a world of invisible, unwritten expectations, right? And we
Right.
can say that is for the worse or for the better, but this is what manners are. I personally do not want to live in a world where everything has to be written down explicitly by law. The world of law is an imperfect world. It's not a world. The true divine world, to me, is that world of unwritten institutions. Unwritten rules, right?
Yes.
And
that's why I exercise
Yeah.
these rights, because then again, if people don't exercise these things, you're going to have a lot of what you just explained. And again, it's like, if someone's coming in and, they don't want people to look at their eyes. Hey, wear some sunglasses. But legally and constitutively, you can't trespass somebody's eyes. You can't like set rules that like close somebody's eyes, especially in a public building.
Yeah,
and that's what stands out. But you know, I mean, again, I think
sound like a very desirable world.
I just think that what we should do is, I think there should be notices like on the doors that say, hey, you know, if you there is no expectation of privacy, and if you're entering this public library, make sure you exercise that.
But
you
this
know,
is this is the point I'm coming from.
Mhm.
Within this institution, there is an expectation of privacy,
Mm.
and that's the point I'm coming from, and that's why I'm telling you what I'm.
So where does it come from, if you don't mind me asking?
The rules and regulations of the library.
Just the
right?
rules and regulations of the library.
I mean,
Now-
it's always been
Okay.
privacy has always been a cornerstone of the library. You know, we
Uh-huh.
have institutions like the CIA and FBI. You know, back in the McCarthy era, asking, you know,
Mhm.
will you give us the borrowing history of certain patrons? The
Mhm.
answer for us was always no, and will
Mhm.
remain no. Somebody asks us materials on how to do certain things that, you know, I might personally not agree with, but it's none of my business, right?
Mhm.
Privacy is an institutional cornerstone of the library,
Mhm.
right? This is why I'm asking you to stop filming.
Okay, and so just to let you know though, like there's not only cameras everywhere in this library, sir,
Mhm.
but I do have a curious question to ask you, just to ask you. If the library made a rule that was unconstitutional, that was not lawful, and it said that, you know, do you have a religion that you believe in? Do you believe in anything?
This is not something I care to divulge.
No?
No.
Why is that?
No, it's none of your business. I don't know you.
Okay, that's cool.
The thing is, and now I'm going to get down to the bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
There's no scenario in which I can allow you to keep filming, because these are the institutional rules, right?
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I guess I try to you know.
Right, and I appreciate that. You know, I'm not
Mhm.
knocking your right to do that. It's
Right.
a provocation, and I appreciate that, right?
Mhm. Thank
I'm
you.
not beyond my own provocations.
Thank you.
But you know, as an employee of this building, and as somebody who's in charge at this moment, I do have to ask you to stop doing it. But I appreciate
I understand where
your
you're coming from,
provocation, I
but
really do.
respectfully, I do have to decline. Now, I'll be as you know, cordial and professional as I can, but honestly, you know, if you have to do what you have to do, even if you end up calling the police, I'll be glad to have a conversation with them. Then maybe we could come together and come to terms, because a lot of times we do need this change. We need people to be educated on our rights and what we do. And again, you know, just as a scenario, if they told me, even if the government, you know, let's just say someone that was not necessarily Donald Trump, but somebody different ran for president, and he said, you know what, my belief in religion is Christianity. That's what he could come into the office and run as, right? And then he could actually put down rules or allow public libraries to continue to adapt to their rules and tell them, you know what, this is a public library that is founded on my statute of running in office, and I want them to forcibly become Christians before they leave the library. Now, if that was a rule that you had to enforce, would you continue to enforce that rule, or would you say, sir, you have the freedom to do
This is, all due
religious?
respect, this is the most bizarre and far-fetched hypothetical that you could have possibly suggested.
Yeah.
If something comes to that, my beliefs may be called into question. However, in this bizarre hypothetical world you proposed, I'm just sorry.
I mean, you can see where I'm coming from, right? It's like a fine line. But
Again,
like, if you let a lot of those...
You're existing in a completely frictionless world of thought.
Mhm.
This world doesn't exist, right?
Mhm.
Now, doesn't seem like you're gonna stop. So I'm gonna call my manager, I'm gonna seek some advice from her.
Okay. I appreciate that. you
And
know.
again, I'm gonna leave it at this.
Okay.
I would appreciate it if you stopped filming. Seeing as
Mhm.
you're not gonna stop, I'll call her, and whatever she advises me to do, I'm gonna start doing.
All right.
All right.
And I understand that, you know, even if, you know, certain authorities do come here, I mean, you know, it's
I get it.
I feel like it's a
All right.
calling, and I didn't get your name, sir. What was your
Andrew.
name? Andrew?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. All right. Well, definitely got to say that the library manager is a really nice guy. He's got a good personality, so I think this library could get some good reviews. I don't think it's bad. I don't know if necessarily they want to infringe or go against anyone's rights, but I think it's just the dilemma that we're in. It's the type of society that we're in that violates our constitutes and constitutional rights, and soon, you know, a lot of those things could have a negative impact if we let it continue. So again, what I did was, I just tried to be as, cordial and cool and as I could, So for a lot of the guys that think that I might be a little bit overbearing or a little bit of a jerk, I can bet you now you're taking that back. For sure, I can bet you're taking that back. It's like I can only imagine how much longer I can come in or if I could have the chance to be a nerd and read some Marvel comics and stuff like that. But I think this library is fairly reasonable. I don't think they have ill will or they want to infringe. Take some of that. Okay. Oh, look at that. Back to Star Wars. Okay, so we've got some educational books over here about civic engagement. There's probably some books that we should look at again. Yep. Anything to add for the Constitution? That's what we want to look at. Yep. Pretty cool. Okay, so is this children's library? Alright. I think I can go upstairs. So this is, let's see, let's look at what we got here. This is the nicest I've ever been. Oh man, I gotta admit, this is kind of funny. So we've got some guys on some books we're gonna look at. Oh, that's cool, 125 years. Here we go, guys. Just got the call about a camera. Just got the call. Oh, look at this. Feminist baby. Okay. Alright, that looks kind of fun, interesting to... Maybe that's interesting to look at. 我想学习中文，因为我要到中国。Alright, so... Alright, so it looks like they've got... Alright, let's check out the third floor and see what we can look at. Should I be a little bit meaner on the third floor or stay polite? Here we go, guys. Yep, this is original right here. Mr. Rogers. Look at that. Can only imagine how that would have been like. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Huh.
Alright.
Hey.
So to give you fair warning, the police are here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Are they on the first floor or?
Yeah, they're coming up.
Okay.
So just thought I'd give you a heads up.
All right, man. No hard feelings. I mean, if your boss told you to
Yeah.
do it, and
Mhm.
it was more on her end. Or...
You know, it's an institutional thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I wish your world existed. I really do, with all my might. But we live in
Yeah.
a world of limitations.
Yeah.
You know? I think time and again, human history has proven this.
Do you think it's kind of overbearing a little bit now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely.
It's sad. It really is sad.
Well, you know.
But you know.
It's also the condition of possibility, limitations. Without limitations, there is no such thing.
Now, I'm not saying that either. I mean, obviously, you know, there's got to be a regulation, but
Yeah.
I think that, but I still think, like, in today's society, it's overbearing. Like, too much of a good thing isn't really a good thing.
What is it that's overbearing?
I feel like the fact that we are so free to make rules. We're so free to make rules, but we're not free enough to exercise the rules that regulate the freedoms.
Who's
if
making
you know
the
what I
rules? We
mean.
make the rules?
I feel like as a whole, it's more governmental, you know.
So we're
There's
not
more.
free to make the rules.
No, America's the best #1 free country. Don't forget that.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how's it
I
going?
just want to let you know you can't be videotaping inside the library. It's against the rules, the city rules.
Okay, sir. Can I have your name and badge
Right here,
number?
Gaglione, 25144.
Nice to meet you.
All right, so we're going to have
Cool.
to ask you to shut
Can
it
I
off or
also
leave.
ask for your name and badge number as well, sir?
Martinez, 19757.
195-757.
19757, yeah.
Okay. Your phone was covering that a little bit. Okay. Well, I was just taking some pictures here.
Yeah,
Again,
you can't do it.
you know,
Inside a public library without their permission or permit.
Okay. Is that against the law? Is that breaking the law at all?
It's a city violation, city code, yeah. We looked it
Can
up
you-
before we got in here.
Okay. Can you state that for me? What it is?
Yeah, let's go downstairs.
Well, I'd rather stay up here because I'm not finished recording the
You
other
can't record.
section.
I'm sorry, you can't record.
Well,
Yeah, but
I'm
you're
gonna
fine.
have to respectfully decline, sir.
All right, what was the code? You have it still on there?
Oh, cold. This is
There's a violation.
Now I'm
of the
curious to see
rules.
this.
It was the rules.
Because if it's a rule, now you're saying it's a rule, right? It's not a law.
It's the public library rule. Yeah, no recordings.
So if it's not a
Why,
law,
is this for your YouTube channel?
well, I mean,
Yes?
I'm an independent press. I'm not going to answer any questions
All
that
right.
I'm not lawfully obligated to answer.
So that's a yes.
But I will say this though.
Yes.
I will say this though that
What's
I
that?
am participating in a constitutive protected
yeah,
activity.
the First Amendment right. I got
And,
Yeah, we know that.
that's-
you. We're aware with it. We're aware
So-
of that.
Listen, we know all about you guys with the YouTube channels and the video cameras and all that nonsense.
Do you know my name? Do you know?
No, we
the-
don't know your names, but we know
Oh, okay,
all
okay.
the different channels that are out there.
All right,
Very
awesome.
good.
Yeah, well, we just got to exercise it, you know,
That's
because
fine.
sometimes we, you
No,
know, if we
we
don't
respect
do
that.
that,
That's
we.
fine, but you're not gonna have to be able to record anymore though.
Okay.
No, I don't.
So what's going to happen if I continue recording?
What?
What's going to happen if I continue recording?
You're gonna have to leave. You can record from outside.
So are you trespassing me, or
Huh?
are you giving me a lawful order to leave by trespassing me, or are you giving me another order that's not lawful
What?
by telling me that I have to leave and I have to stop recording it? Are you
You know,
trespassing?
You can
me?
stop leaving. You can stop recording and stay.
I can't stop recording now
Why?
because you guys are here. So
Okay.
and on top of that, you know, like I said, I'm a vlogger.
Well, the manager's
so
here, so
I'm a libertarian, so
fine.
I mean it's kind of sad that you guys got called, but
Well-
I mean I don't think it's.
this is the New York City Public Library rules.
So it is a public library, though,
it is.
am I right?
But it's also they also have rules.
So
It's
do you
run by New York
believe
City.
that institutional regulations and policies override the constitutional laws?
What constitutional law gives you the?
Well, not only the First Amendment, sir, but we have the right and freedom of press.
All right.
Okay, we have the right constitutionally to record not only you guys
Mm-hmm.
as public officials, but we even have the right to record public officials that work in the library. So we do
Mm-hmm. But you
have
can't.
that constitutional right as well, and even
Where's that sign? Downstairs?
a public official.
Yes, it's downstairs, but I can show you.
Well, bring it up.
This is here. Like, this is the
Look.
rules here. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are the rules, but they're not laws, though.
They're rules.
The
They're-
policies and rules. And then it's like
Okay,
you
but
go
they're
down
not
here.
lawful. They're not lawful rules or policies, sir. So I'm gonna have to respectfully decline and continue recording.
Well, I'm sorry.
Now, am I under lawful detainment at the
No.
moment?
No, you can leave anytime you want.
Okay.
But you're
Thank
gonna have
you.
to stop recording.
Well, I can't do that
Why?
because I gotta finish.
You gotta
Even though
finish?
I'm a little bit nervous, I gotta finish. You know. So.
You gotta finish. You want him removed? Are you?
I mean, to be honest with you, you know, I don't want to cause a more disturbance than where he is right now. So that wouldn't be my decision. That would be up to the person.
Now, just remember something before you guys
Oh, who's in charge?
make any moves. Before you guys make any moves,
All
you
right,
guys,
Listen, what do you want?
you guys are law enforcement.
What do you want? Well, yes, and we're helping out the public library. What?
He has to leave.
Very simple.
All right. Well, how about this? I record the rest of the area. I continue to do what I do, and then when I'm finished, I'll leave.
No, it's not when you
It's not when
finish.
you finish.
It's just we have to leave now.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to respectfully decline.
All right,
So you can escort him out.
Now, I'll ask one more time. Am I under legal detainment?
What?
Am I under any legal detainment, sir?
No, not now.
Okay.
As long as you leave.
All right.
Do you want to leave? They're saying you can't stay here, that you have to go. And they are the manager of the library, so what do you want to do?
I think I'm gonna finish my recording, and then later I'll decide to leave.
He's got to go? He's got to go. All right, you want to come with us and we'll walk outside? You can, what do you take from the park?
I'm gonna have to constitutively decline. Just gonna, you know, continue to do my thing and then. So I think this is very oppressively disappointing, guys. It's definitely oppressively disappointing, guys. I thought we had a good conversation. I thought we were cool. I thought everything was all right, but it looks like, you know, they don't understand, you know, that we have that constitutional right. Now, are you sure you want to do that? Because I don't want to be rude, but I am gonna.
Yeah, with the East Broadway Library. All right, third floor, the East Broadway Library.
192.
Yeah.
It's a 33.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, right at Seward Park. All right, thanks. All right. Wait till the boss shows up.
All right. Is it gonna be a sergeant or a lieutenant?
Sergeant.
Okay, cool. Cool. That's
All
good.
right, we'll just get your guys' information and then, you know, make you guys the complainant. That's it.
I hate that it has to come down to this, but you know,
Well, then what do you want to videotape in
we
here?
do have a constitutional right. I mean, if someone comes in here with a camera, I mean, that could be someone who's doing a vlog for a school,
But they
or someone
have,
that's
but they have their rules that they have to follow.
right. But still, again, what do we have right now that's constitutional? It says for the First Amendment we have the freedom of press. We have the right of advertisement, news, press. We have all that, and I you probably already know this.
But
So it's a shame.
They just said their New York City Public Library rule says that you
Mm-hmm.
can't record in here, and that's what we're going by.
So,
If you want,
but
you
don't
can
you
take
think?
it up with the library.
Do you think it's a waste of tax dollars though for police enforcement to come to a
I just-
public library that?
They called us, and we're just here to do our job. That's it.
Okay.
They want our help, and we're here to help them.
But again, it's kind of deteriorating the explanation and definition of what law enforcement is. Law enforcement.
Okay, well, we're
is
recording you
law
too, just to let
enforcement.
you know.
Thank you. Yeah. I totally understand. I'm like I said. I'm not here to cause any issues,
All
but.
right.
Again, we have this right to record, and I think everybody here should know. I mean, again, we should, and I'll follow some steps too on my end to maybe notify whoever's up,
Well, you're gonna
head
have
of
to
here,
call-
and
You're gonna have to go through the New York City Public Library system, then.
Okay.
Simple as that.
Okay.
All right, so.
All right, sir. Really is a shame, guys. Tried to reason with them, but it looks like they don't want to reason.
You ever get before? How big is that sign?
Okay.
Have it outside, so walk out with them, show, huh?
I see what the problem is. They just.
What do you mean, before you go downstairs and go back to these, bring it out, back office.
All right. So I think that is the book of the day, guys. It is 1774, New Path to Revolution. I think that's the book we're gonna be looking at. But again, we still got some people here that are, saying certain things, and I think it's a mixture. I mean, to be honest with you guys, I think it's a mixture of people who, don't. I think the main guy. I'll say it again. I think the guy in the suit, the guy, one of the managers of the library, the guy in the suit. I don't think he means any ill will. I think he understands, a little bit of why we're doing what we're doing, and why it's important. But I will say, I am truly disappointed that it has come down to simply having a camera. And when you have that camera, you can still get recorded, and you can, obviously you can get recorded, but my point is, the shameful reality that we have to, that you can get the police called on you. You can get the police called on you just for having a camera inside of a library. I mean, look at how innocent this is. I mean, it's just sad. I mean, I tried to be as cordial as possible. And it's, it really is a shame. All right, so let's see what type of records we can break right here. Not laws, but records. Okay, so it looks like somebody came. Let's see who arrived. Hey, how's it going, Lee?
What's up?
So, your name and badge number, please. So I got your name.
Sergeant Lee, 4331.
4331. Okay. So just to explain to you why I'm here, I'm actually here, protecting a constitutional right that is, that is regulated in some parts of the area. And we know that, constitutively, we have the right to record in public facilities, okay? And I know, and the true reason why a lot of police officers are here, can I have your name and badge number, sir?
3244.
Okay, nice to meet you, sir. So, the thing that we have here is a constitutionally protective activity to record. Okay, this is a public building. I've got it on record, I've got it on camera, that they've admitted that this is a public library, and all I'm doing is participating in that protective activity from my blog, everything that I do, and that's pretty much it.
So, sir, can you come in quick?
Continue.
So basically, you guys told him that he can't record?
Yes, we told him he couldn't record, and we showed him rules of the library, and I'm guessing he's disregarding the rules of the library, so, to be honest with you. He said he's a YouTuber, he's a blogger. I said, I understand that, but you're inviting other people's privacy for them to record. You didn't ask nobody, can I record you, which you didn't. and that's the issue.
All right.
And we told him to stop recording, and he was like, oh, I'm a blogger, I'm still gonna record. I said, not a problem.
And that's not the way I said it, but just to explain,
Okay, just to let you know, you're recording us, you're also being recorded.
Okay, that's
All right.
I understand that. Just to explain, I mean, again, there's places of privacy that are private. Okay, this is not one of them. This is a public
Okay, but
library.
unfortunately, they told you that you can't record here, and they already told you to leave. So.
Well, you understand that in public facilities,
Okay, sir, but the thing is, they already told you you can't record in here already.
Right. Now, is
So-
that lawful though? Is that lawful?
It's their building, they could tell you what to do.
They make the rules.
They don't own the building though.
They
Don't
work
we
for-
all
sir,
own the building.
They work for the library, and they work in here, so they have the rights to make their rules right now.
So do they have the right to override the constitutional rights that we have?
Sir, they already said that you can't record in here.
I'm just asking a question.
Did
So
you guys tell him to leave? And you
We asked him
refused
to
to
leave,
leave?
he refused to leave. He said he was
now,
waiting
just
to
to
leave.
explain,
That's what he said.
that's all I'm here. I'm not going to obviously be here all day, but I'm just going to finish my vlogging when I'm
they
doing
want you-
it.
they want you to leave.
You gotta stop recording,
So-
you gotta come with us, sir.
Well, I don't think I'm going to stop recording, but let me ask you something before you make the wrong moves. Before we continue any further, do you have a lieutenant or someone or a chief that I can talk to?
No.
I'm the highest
Okay,
ranking right
sir.
now.
So
Turn
wait,
around, please.
wait, are you okay? So are you arresting me?
Yes, you
Yes.
are.
You
Just
didn't
for
even
trespassing.
explain.
That's all.